Request all of you to please take your seats. If somebody has not already registered, you can do it later. Please अपने अपने स्थान ग्रहण कर लें. जिन्होंने अपना नाम पंजीकरण नहीं किया है वो बाद में भी कर सकते हैं. Request all of you to please take your seats. We are expecting our chief guest, the Chief Secretary of Andaman Nicobar Islands, Shri Keshav Chandra, IAS, in a very short while. He's on his way. So please request all of you to kindly take your seat immediately. Request all of you to kindly take your seats. may I request all of you to give you a gentle reminder to kindly either switch off or put your mobiles on the silent mode. I will remind you again once we begin, but Please put your hands together for our chief guest, our Chief Secretary, Shri Keshav Chandra, IAS, Andaman Nicobar Administration. I think we could do a louder round of applause. Request all of you to please take your seats and settle down. A gentle reminder once again to switch off or put your cell phones on the silent mode so that we can conduct the proceedings properly. May I request our chief guest for the ceremony, Shri Keshav Chandra, IAS Chief Secretary, Andaman Nicobar Administration, to kindly take his seat on the dais, please. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into the ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. With these immortal lines of Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, I, Abhijit Agarwal, on behalf of Chinmaya Mission Port Blair, welcome you all to this very special morning of the C20 India 2023 program as a part of the G20 Presidency of India and its ensuing celebrations and ceremonies all over the country. C20 India 2023 is one of the official engagement groups of the G20 that provides a platform for civil society organizations around the world to voice people's aspirations to the world leaders in the G20, and it's the proud privilege of Chinmaya Mission Port Blair to organize this in these Emerald Islands. India's G20 presidency is committed to work to promote this universal sense of oneness, and hence our theme, One Earth, One Family, One Future, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And this closely ties with life or lifestyle for environment. The world is indeed one family. I would quote our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi, who said during his speech at the World Culture Festival that Indian culture is very rich and has inculcated in each one of us with great values. We are the people who have come from Aham Brahmaswami to Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are the people who have come from Upanishads to the Upagraha. It is also relevant to share his thoughts further when he conveyed that our priorities will focus on healing our one earth, creating harmony within our one family, and giving hope for our one future. For healing our planet, we will encourage sustainable and environmental friendly lifestyles based on India's tradition of trusteeship towards nature. For promoting harmony within the human family, we will seek to depoliticize the global supply of food, fertilizers and medical products so that geopolitical tensions do not lead to humanitarian crises. As in our own families, those whose needs are the greatest must always be our first concern. For imbuing hope in our future generations, we will encourage an honest conversation among the most powerful countries on mitigating risks posed by weapons of mass destruction and enhancing global security. India's G20 agenda will be inclusive, ambitious, action-oriented, and decisive. A Prime Minister gives a clarion call and says, further that let us join together to make India's G20 presidency a presidency of healing, harmony, and hope. Let us work together to shape a new paradigm of human-centric globalization. With this futuristic human vision, let us embark on this journey, and with the invocation of the lamp already done, we seek strength and direction in today's proceedings. May I request the chief guest, Shri Keshav Chandra, IS Chief Secretary, Andaman Nicobar Administration. This is a journey with a difference, and we all need the enhanced wisdom and knowledge to tread ahead. Let us all join in the sacred Ganesh Vandana and seek the divine blessings of Lord Ganesha to bring us good fortune and enabling us to emerge successful in our endeavors. Please put your hands together for B. Vidya of Jawaharlal Nehru Rajkiya Vidyalaya for the Ganesh Vandana.
गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि. गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदैवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्रपरित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्डखण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गूढगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
I think she deserves a louder round of applause. Please put your hands together once again for B. Vidya for the wonderful Ganesh Vandana. May I request someone to come forward and put the chairs a little ahead? May I now have the privilege to request our Chief Secretary and the Chief Guest, Shri Keshav Chandra IAS, Andaman Nicobar Administration, to kindly take his seat on the stage, please. Please give a big round of applause for the Chief Guest of the morning. It's a Saturday morning, a holiday, and his presence here means a lot to us. May I request Srimati Selvi, Chairperson, Port Blair Municipal Council, she's there, to kindly come on stage. May I request Swami Mitrananji, National Coordinator, Head of Chinmaya Mission, Chennai, to please take stage. Please put your hands together and welcome. He's come all the way from Chennai. May I request Swami Chidrupanandaji, Head of Chinmaya Mission, Noida, to kindly come on stage and take his seat. Please put your hands together. And please put your hands together for our very own, the ever-smiling, ever-loving and ever-affectionate Swami Sudhananji, Head of Chinmaya Mission, Port Blair, to take stage. And may I request Shri Surendra Prahlatka, President Chinmaya Mission, Port Blair, to take stage. Please put your hands together. I think we can put our hands together once for all of them together. Patience visited me, and it reminded me that good things take time to come to fruition and grow slowly with stability. Peace visited me, and it reminded me that I may remain calm throughout the storms of life, regardless of the chaos surrounding me. Hope visited me, and it reminded me that better times lay ahead, and it would always be there to guide and uplift me. Humility visited me, and it reminded me that I may achieve it, not by trying to shrink myself and make myself less, but by focusing on serving the world and uplifting those around me. Kindness visited me, and it reminded me to be more gentle, forgiving, compassionate towards myself and those surrounding me. Confidence visited me, and it reminded me to not conceal or suppress my gifts and talents in order to make others feel more comfortable, but to embrace what makes me, me. Focus visited me, and it reminded me that other people's insecurities and judgments about me are not my problem, and I should redirect my attention from others back to me. Freedom visited me, and it reminded me that no one has control over my mindset, thoughts, and well-being but me alone. And love visited me, and it reminded me that I need not search for it in others, as it lies already within me. Chinmaya Mission Port Blair has been an epitome of all these humanitarian traits over these years, inculcating good moral values in the lives of the islander citizens and spreading the good vibes whenever needed, wherever needed, always. May I now request Sri Surendra Prahlatka, President Chinmaya Mission Port Blair, to deliver the welcome address.
हरिओम, नमस्कार। आज आप सब यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं। मैं चिन्मय परिवार की ओर से आप सबका सादर अभिनंदन और स्वागत करता हूँ। हमारे बीच हमारे माननीय मुख्य सचिव अंडमान प्रशासन जो आज हमारे बीच पधारे हैं, मैं आप सब की ओर से, उनका चिन्मय परिवार की ओर से बहुत बहुत हार्दिक धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करता हूँ। हमारे बीच हमारे मुख्य कोऑर्डिनेटर of this C20 program, हमारे बीच स्वामी मित्रानंद जी हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं, जो चेन्नई से खास इसी मौके के लिए आए हैं। मैं उनका बहुत ही स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। मैं सुश्री सेल्वी, हमारी प्रथम नागरिक अंडमान पोर्ट ब्लेयर म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल का भी बहुत धन्यवाद और स्वागत करता हूं। हमारे बीच उपस्थित स्वामी चित्तूरानंद जी जो हमारे नोएडा सेंटर के प्रमुख हैं, मैं उनके श्री चरणों में नमस्कार करता हूं और उनका स्वागत करता हूं। और इन सब के साथ मेरे गाइड, मेंटर और मित्र स्वामी शुद्धानंद जी, आचार्य चिन्मय मिशन पोर्ट ब्लेयर का मैं उनको नमस्कार, उनके श्री चरणों में नमस्कार करता हूं और उनका स्वागत करता हूं। इनके साथ ही हमारे जो स्वामी गुरु यहाँ बैठे हैं, मैं उन सब का हार्दिक स्वागत और धन्यवाद करता हूं। हमारे बीच स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के प्रतिनिधि मुख्य एम्बेसडर यहाँ पर आए हैं, मैं उनका भी बहुत स्वागत और धन्यवाद करता हूं। इसके अलावा हमारे यहाँ इस C20 जिसमें कि हम आज चर्चा करेंगे धर्म की, अर्थ रेयरिंग की और वननेस की, जिसकी पूरे विश्व को और हम सबको जरूरत है, उनमें हमारे स्वामी चिद्रूपानंद जी हैं, सुश्री वर्षा भोजने, सेक्रेटरी विवेकानंद केंद्र विद्यालय, मिसेस मंजू नायर, प्रोफेसर ज्योग्राफी JNRM, श्री विवेक कुमार साहू, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर JNRM, श्री जयदेव सिंह, प्रिंसिपल रिटायर्ड टैगोर कॉलेज ऑफ एजुकेशन, और अमॉन्ग अदर्स स्वामी मित्रानंद जी यहाँ रहेंगे, जो हमें इन विषयों पर बहुत जो महत्वपूर्ण विषय है उन पर प्रकाश डालेंगे। इसके अलावा खास करके हमने इस बार चेष्टा की है कि हमारे कॉलेज के और स्कूल के जो बच्चे हैं, जिनके कंधों पर हमारे समाज का, हमारे देश का और अब सारी पृथ्वी का वसुधैव कुटुंबकम की जो बात हम G20 में करते हैं, जो कि हमारे MC ने आप लोगों के बारे में बताया और भी जो वक्ता बताएंगे, हमने खास ध्यान रखा कि इन बच्चों को इन चीज़ों के बारे में बताया जाए। और मैं इन सभी कॉलेज के बच्चों का और जो यहाँ पर हमारे युवा साथी पधारे हैं, मैं उन सब का बहुत बहुत स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद। अब पारंपरिक तरीके से हम अपने सभी अतिथियों का स्वागत करेंगे और श्रीफल और फूलों से उनका हम अभिनंदन करना चाहते हैं। तो सर्वप्रथम मैं अनुरोध करता हूं श्री मनोहर सिंह जी, प्रेसिडेंट चिन्मय वानप्रस्थ, आगे आएं और हमारे मुख्य अतिथि चीफ गेस्ट श्री केशव चंद्र IAS, चीफ सेक्रेटरी अंडमान निकोबार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का स्वागत करें। एक जोरदार ताली हो जाए। पीछे के लोग हाथ को समेट के बैठे हुए हैं। प्लीज पुट योर हैंड्स टुगेदर, दिस इज अ हिस्टोरिक मोमेंट। अब मैं अनुरोध करता हूं श्री सत्येंद्र दुबे जी को कि वो आगे आए। और सत्येंद्र दुबे जी, और चेयरपर्सन पोर्ट ब्लेयर म्युनिसिपल काउंसिल श्रीमती S सेल्वी का स्वागत करें। तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट बरकरार रहे तो अच्छा लगेगा। May I now request Sri Rajendra Joshi ji to please come forward and welcome somebody who's come from Chennai and somebody who's going to be a part of the day-long session, Swami Mitranand ji, National Coordinator and Head of Chinmaya Mission, Chennai. Please put your hands together for a rousing welcome, please. एक बार फिर से हम लोग ताली. May I now request the Secretary of Chinmaya Mission, Port Blair, Shri R. Raghunath, to come forward and welcome Swami Chidrupanand ji, Head of Chinmaya Mission, Noida. शॉल से उनका सम्मान किया जा रहा है और नारियल और गुलाब का फूल से उनका अवगत किया जा रहा है. ये हमारी प्रथा अनुसार है. Thank you. We have a day-long program ahead of us with 3 sessions having eminent speakers from the island and beyond conveying their thoughts on 3 important aspects of human life. May I have the privilege to request our ever-smiling Swamiji, Sri Shuddhanandji, Head of Chinmaya Mission, Port Blair, to please come forward and share the details with you. I take this opportunity to convey that the islands are indeed blessed to have someone like him. He is spreading the good feel wherever he goes, and I'm sure each one of us here in this gathering and many outside have been personally experiencing the aura and blessings of our dear and respected Swamiji. Please put your hands together for Swamiji.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayati girim yat krupatamaham vande paramanandamadhavam Vasudhaiva sutam devam kansachanuramardhanam devaki paramanandam Krishnam vande jagadgurum कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं. माननीय श्री केशव चंद्र जी, चीफ सेक्रेटरी अंडमान निकोबार आइलैंड, श्रीमती एस सेल्वी जी, चेयरपर्सन पीबीएमसी, परम पूज्य स्वामी मित्रानंद जी, कोऑर्डिनेटर ऑफ दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस एंड हेड ऑफ चिन्मय मिशन चेन्नई, then Param Puja Swami Chidrupanand ji, Head Chinmaya Mission Noida, President of the Chinmaya Mission Port Blair, other dignitaries and dear friends. शास्त्रों में एक बहुत अच्छा श्लोक है, अयम निज परो वेत्ति गणना लघु चेतसाम उदार चरितानाम वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. The beautiful shlokas in scriptures. I am nija parovetti. This is mine and this is not mine. ये मेरा है और ये मेरा नहीं है. गणना लघु चेतसम, जो छोटी बुद्धि के हैं, मंद बुद्धि के हैं, अज्ञानी हैं, उनकी ये सोच है. उदार चरिता नाम, जिनका हृदय बड़ा है, जिनके विचार बड़े हैं, वसुधा एव कुटुंबकम. उदार चरिता नाम वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. सारी जो वसुधा है, सारी जो अर्थ है, सारी जो पृथ्वी है, सारे पृथ्वी के रहने वाले जो लोग हैं, वो किसी भाषा के, किसी जाति के, किसी वर्ण के, किसी आश्रम के, वो क्या है, वो सब हमारा कुटुंबक है. और इस बार G20 का जो थीम है, श्री वसुधैव कुटुंबकम. सारी पृथ्वी एक है. और यदि हम आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि से विचार करें तो अंदर का जो, आई एम नॉट गोइंग इन वेरी डिटेल्स और फिलॉसफी, बट जस्ट एक बात मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि अंदर का जो चेतन तत्व है वो दुनिया के सब जीवों में एक जैसा है. नॉट ओनली ह्यूमन बीइंग, इन ऑल द क्रिएचर्स. उस उड़ने वाले से लेकर के, तैरने वाले से लेकर के, 2 पैर, 4 पैर, 6 पैर, 50 पैर जो भी है, अंदर जो चेतन है उसमें कोई अंतर नहीं। तो उस दृष्टि से सारी वसुधा क्या है, इज ए वन फैमिली। और उस थीम के ऊपर आज सारे हिंदुस्तान में और सारी दुनिया में इस थीम के ऊपर चर्चा चल रही है। और वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट, चिन्मय मिशन हैज बीन गिवन दिस रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी to conduct these seminars, conferences in different places all over India to discuss on this theme, the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And there are total 9 subjects are there. Out of that we have selected, as our president said, 3 topics, very important. The one is Dharma. Now what is Dharma? 11 बजे इसके ऊपर सेशन है, इसके लिए मैं उस पर ज़्यादा आपको बताता नहीं हूँ। एक ही बात है, धर्म का मतलब समटाइम्स हमको लगता है धर्म बोलने से केवल जो रिचुअल्स से वही धर्म है, लेकिन धर्म का उतना अर्थ नहीं है। वील सी इन आवर नेक्स्ट सेशन। सो उस सेशन में वी हैव गॉट टू वेरी प्रोमिनेंट स्पीकर। वन इज आवर स्वामी चिद्रूपानंद जी, हु हैज कम ऑल द वे फ्रॉम नोएडा फॉर दिस कॉन्फ्रेंस। ही विल स्पीक। एंड वन आवर वेरी सीनियर social worker and secretary of Vivekanand Kendra, Miss Varsha Bhujone. They both will speak on this topic at 11 o'clock. Then second topic at 12 o'clock, the earth revering traditions. And again 2 speakers, Mrs. Manju Nair, जो अंडमान के लोग सब जानते हैं, एक जानी मानी साहित्यकार हैं और यहाँ का जो महाविद्यालय उसमें आप जियोग्राफी की प्रोफेसर हैं। She will speak. And then Dr. Vivek Kumar Sahu is also professor in Jairam. The 2 speakers at 12 o'clock. Then we'll have the lunch break around 1 o'clock, 1:15. Then around 2:15 we'll have the third and final session. Very important, living oneness. Sometimes what happens, we are talking so much. बहुत बोलते हैं, एक मिल के रहना चाहिए, मिल के रहना चाहिए, बट वेन इट कम फॉर द प्रैक्टिकल साइड हम उसको भूल जाते हैं। तो वननेस के साथ में हाउ वी कैन फॉलो इन अवर डे टू डे लाइफ, लिविंग वननेस कैसे। जैसे हिंदुस्तान की हम बात करें, हमारा हिंदुस्तान ऐसा है कि जिसमें कितनी प्रकार की भाषाएं हैं। दुनिया का एक ही देश है, ओनली वन कंट्री। कितनी सारी भाषाएं हैं, कितने प्रकार के लोग हैं, कितने प्रकार के ट्रेडिशंस हैं, कितने प्रकार के कल्चर्स हैं, कितने प्रकार की फूड हैबिट्स हैं, सब डिफरेंट है। इतना होने के बाद भी हम में जोड़ने वाला सूत्र क्या है? जैसे माला है, गार्लैंड है, वी हैव डिफरेंट फ्लावर्स। डिफरेंट फ्लावर्स को जो जोड़ के रखने वाला है वो है सूत्र, धागा। ऐसे ही तो वननेस में कौन सी चीज हमको जोड़ के रखती है, दैट विल सी एट 2:30. अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू स्पीकर, our पूज्य स्वामी मित्रानंद जी. He is a very dynamic speaker, very great orator and direct disciple of पूज्य गुरुदेव स्वामी चिन्मयानंद जी. Right from his childhood he is the Chinmaya mission and worked as director of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, and now he is the national coordinator for this conference, conducting the seminar in all over India. Already we have completed 7, I think. This is 7th one. One was in the Manipur, then Tirupati, then Agartala, then Sikkim, and other two places more. So this is 7th one. Still 8 more we have to conduct. So Swami Mitrananda ji, and then retired principal of this institution, where now we are having this our seminar, Tagore College of Education, Dr. Jaidev Singh ji. He will be the speaker. And our president said, we have emphasized more on the young generation, especially the college children and senior students of class, senior secondary level. आपके लिए एक उसमें अच्छी बात है, we are going to have a quiz at the last 4:30 before concluding this conference for the students, based on what the speakers are going to speak. So you have got the notebook, then pen. Please write down the notes. Based on their speeches, we'll ask the question. at 4 o'clock, 4:30, after the concluding remark of our Pujya Swami Mitananda Ji. 10 questions, and each question will carry some cash reward. कितना पैसा मिलेगा अभी नहीं बताऊंगा मैं, वो सीक्रेट है. 10 प्रश्न हम पूछेंगे जो 6 स्पीकर बोलेंगे उसके ऊपर. So my request to all the students, please be attentive. You are here for the seminar, conference. आपका लंच हमने अरेंज किया है, बीच में आपको ब्रेक मिलेगा. My very sincere request, kindly switch off your mobiles. Don't use mobile when you are attending the session. यदि आपके फोन का घंटी बजेगा, केवल आपको डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा, even it will disturb the people sitting around you. So my humble request is, kindly, not only student, all, अपने फोन को शांत रखें. और once again, I welcome our chief guest, Mrs. Selvi, and all our dignitaries on the dais sitting on this auditorium. We are very grateful that you have accepted our invitation and you came here to attend this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. I would like to quote Gurudev Pujya Swami Chinmayananji, quote, "Children are not vessels to be filled, but lamps to be lit." The seed of spiritual values should be sown in young hearts and the conditions made favorable for sprouting and steady growth through proper control and discipline. It must be cared for with the warmth of love and affection, and such a tree shall blossom forth flowers of brotherhood, universal love, peace, bliss, beauty, and perfection. Let us be audience to a group song by some such well-lit lamps on whom human values have sprouted and blossomed. Please give a big hand to the young minds of Chinmaya Balavihar for their rendition of a group song.
सुंदर है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है, हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। हर शरीर मंदिर सा पावन, हर मानव उपकारी है, जहाँ सिंह बन गए खिलौने, गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है, गाय जहाँ माँ प्यारी है। जहाँ सवेरा शंख बजाता, लोरी गाती शाम है, हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। जहाँ कर्म से भाग्य बदलते, श्रम निष्ठा कल्याणी है, राम और तप की गाथाएं गाती कवि की वाणी है, गाती कवि की वाणी है। ज्ञान जहाँ का गंगा जल सा निर्मल है, अभिराम है, हर बाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। जिसके सैनिक समर भूमि में गाया करते गीता है, जहाँ खेत में हल के नीचे खेला करती सीता है, खेला करती सीता है। जीवन का आदर्श जहाँ पर परमेश्वर का धाम है, हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। चंदन है इस देश की माटी, तपोभूमि हर ग्राम है, हरवाला देवी की प्रतिमा, बच्चा बच्चा राम है, बच्चा बच्चा राम है। धन्यवाद।
एक जोरदार ताली हो जाए कि हकदार हैं ये बच्चे। और आप में से किसने गौर किया, किसने गौर नहीं किया मुझे पता नहीं, बट मैं साइडलाइन से गौर कर रहा था। ये छोटी सी बच्ची यहाँ खड़ी थी, सबसे छोटी जो बिटिया थी, उसके हाथ में कोई किताब नहीं था, लेकिन बाकी लोगों के हाथों में किताब थे, बट वो छोटी सी बच्ची और उसके लिप्स बराबर चल रहे थे और तालमेल से चल रहे थे। उस बच्ची के लिए एक जोरदार ताली हो जाए। Someone will do something fresh, new and brave today. Why not you? Someone will befriend a stranger, deliver hope to the hopeless and model decency. Why not you? Someone will turn pain into power, fear into fortune, and confusion into clarity. Why not you? Someone will be recognized for their mastery, celebrated for their acumen, praised for their excellence. Why not you? Someone will forge a new start, install a new habit, build a better routine. Why not you? Someone will let go of their past, rewire their present, and rewrite their future. Why not you? Someone will get the sale, finish the book, or close the deal. Why not you? Someone will set larger goals, take bigger risks, and go to their limits. Why not you? Well, why not you? We are privileged to have with us today a dynamic disciple of Gurudev, Pujya Shri Chinmaya, who serves as the head of the mission in Chennai, an inspiring tutor, a daring adventurer, a vibrant speaker, a creative writer, a vigilant administrator, and an effective mentor for many youngsters across the world. He has been conveying the profound message of Vedanta, propelling individuals to tap into their hidden potentials in the most effective and innovative ways. Please put your hands together to welcome Swami Mitranandji, as I feel privileged to request him to kindly come forward and share his thoughts. Swamiji.
Is there a book or something? Maybe that box? I need the mic a little up.
Keep it here.
Yeah, you can. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, thank you. Yes, sir. I'm okay with this. Thank you, thank you. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Sri Keshav Chandra ji, and to everyone present here, pranam. Why are we meeting here today? What is the objective of this gathering? Why do a conference on Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? It is an opportunity Government of India has given us to connect civilians, you and me, the civilians, to get involved in creating a policy which could be discussed when the G20 leaders come to India in the month of September. C20 means civil societies. Civil societies of 20 nations. Swamiji, you have some questions, right, for children? One of the questions should be, what are the G20 nations? Australia, Argentina, Brazil, China, it goes. So, check that out. When they're going, I put a question already, so a question got leaked. So you need to understand what are the G20 countries. The G20 nations started meeting since 1999 on economic discussions, because these are the most powerful nations in the world doing very well economically, so they gathered together and wants to take forward economically. But it slowly evolved, involving civil societies, etc. Today there are many verticals for discussions among G20. Why 20 is there? Youth of the 20 nations. What we can do together, youth. So discussions are going on between different nations. Why 20? Then you have C20. Like this, there are many. V20 is there, values. United Nations have given 14 values which we should practice. Basically, you see all these values in all the scriptures, but they've brought it up so that there can be a better harmony. So it is called V20. Sustainable development, S20. Education. Like this, there are many verticals. In that one, when India started hosting it, when the presidency came to India, to G20 presidency, our Prime Minister decided that we should have the motto itself as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And Swamiji beautifully explained what is the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Upanishad called Maha Upanishad, this beautiful verse is there, which says if you, only the mean-minded, narrow-minded will say me and you are separate. This is mine and this is not a mine. Udhara Charitranam. The people with large-hearted, greater vision, they will see this entire planet, Vasudha, as one family, Kutumbakam. So Prime Minister felt this should be brought into the motto of these G20 nations coming. Now that clearly shows, is it just a statement of admiration, admiring everybody? Or is it a statement made to maintain harmony between people, to maintain harmony between nations, to maintain harmony between communities? Was a statement like Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam made? Or is it a statement of fact? Like sugar is sweet, ice is cold, fire is hot. These are statement of facts. This is a statement of fact. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is a statement of fact. It is not a statement of praise. Nor is it made to maintain harmony. It is a statement of fact. The creator and the created, both are divine. The cause and the effect are the same. From the cause, whatever emerges has to be part of that cause only. Have to have the qualities of the cause only. From gold, if ornaments are made, all ornaments are gold. From gold we cannot make a copper ring. From gold we cannot make a copper chain. From gold only gold chain is possible. Because there is only gold. And from gold, when you do something, it has to be gold. There is only God. From him, whatever comes has to be his family. The cause and the effect has to be the same. So this observation the rishis made and said, this entire world which is created is nothing but his own expression, his own extension. In fact, he himself has manifested as this universe. So the creator and the created has to be seen as divine. Once this reverential feeling we generate, then we will live as a family. And one of the main points in a family is love and respect. We must have love and respect, then only it becomes a good relationship. In a relationship, if we don't have love and respect, then we don't like to cherish that relationship. Wherever there is love and respect, there's a mutual nice feeling. So we like to be in touch with people with whom we connect with love and respect. With others, we just, okay. So if we get this feeling that the whole world is one family, naturally from childhood we would bring in this value of love and respect. And if this love and respect is inculcated through schools of these 20 nations, brings part of their education policy, how do we bring this feeling? Then it will help for a greater harmony in understanding a factual statement. For this reason, Government of India said we should involve civilians in helping to make this policy. This is the vision with which this responsibility was given to us on Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam to coordinate it across our nation. Government of India gave it to Chinmaya Mission. Because Chinmaya Mission is a knowledge-based organization. It is not a person-based organization. People will come and go, but we teach the knowledge. So what is this organization? It is a knowledge-based organization. And Government of India has given to us, saying based on the Vedic knowledge, take this message across the civilians, and we are doing 15 such conferences, and this is the 7th one. And I'm actually very, like in wonder of how these things happen. None of us do it, they only happen. That's the biggest lesson we should learn. Unnecessarily we think we are doing. It happens. You just stand there and watch it happen. That is the truth. We were in Tirupati, and there Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one of the seminars, that's where we started. In the temple town, we started the first seminar. I was sitting there in that venue, and Surender came, and he was staring at me for a while. And I'm like, why is this man staring at me? And because probably light or whatever, he was staring. And then I said, like, Mithrananda? I said, yeah, that's me. I'm Surender from Port Blair. I also recognize, because for a long time we were not in touch. So I said, yeah, I remember. Then he said, why are you here? I said, this seminar, you see G20 happening, we are doing it here. And then instantly from that holy town, this idea came up that we should do this in Port Blair. So it just happened on its own. None of us did anything. And Swami Shuddhananda immediately understood the vision. Now that is something really nice. Not all people understand the vision. You need a subtle mind to understand how important this is. So he understood the vision, he pulled his team together, and therefore they took this up, and it is a great opportunity for all of us to work on a policy which we can give recommendation to the government. So the discussions which happens here through the speakers and your interaction and also your suggestions. Please remember, we'll give you a paper where you can give your suggestions. The interactions, the deliberations from the speakers, the interaction between you and the speakers, plus your suggestions are very important. We respect it, because with that, compiling them, we will send our recommendations to Government of India. The central team in Delhi will go through this and create a policy draft which the Prime Minister can take up when the G20 leaders meet. This is the vision and the objective. Let us have a very good, intelligent discussion today. Through these recommendations which we get here, let us do a policy draft. It's a great opportunity for civilians like you and me to involve in creating a policy draft which can help some 20 nations to maintain more harmony. Thank you very much.
I think Swamiji deserved a much louder round of applause, please. Some things happen and we stand in awe, and today what is happening is really something which is something of war. And the deliberations that we are going to have throughout the day will also happen just the way he said. People would put in suggestions and deliberate. And there is nothing fixed plan about it. There's no fixed thoughts about it, because nobody knows what's going to happen and what somebody is going to ask and what somebody is going to suggest. It will something happen. It's time to hear our chief guest, Shri Keshav Chandraji, IAS Chief Secretary, Andaman Nicobar Administration, whose arrival in these islands ushered in a breath of fresh air and has made the islands hopeful of good times to come. A master's in economics from the Punjab University, and then a very coveted master's in public management and governance from the coveted institute, the London School of Economics and Political Science. He brings with him the vast experience of having worked effectively in various areas of state and central government. A poet with a flair to draw and paint. I'm sure many of us would not know that. His presence today gives us the much needed strength and impetus to conduct this program. Please put your hands together for our beloved, our respected Chief Secretary, Shri Keshav Chandraji. So.
Respected Swami Mitranandaji, all the respected Swamijis sitting here with me on dais, all my colleagues sitting here, brothers and sisters of Port Blair. First of all, I thank Swamiji for giving me invitation to come here and share my thoughts. And let me confess right in the beginning, it's a disclaimer that I could not prepare well for this gathering because of some other engagement, but whatever disjointed thoughts that I would like to share with you. This workshop or this seminar has been organized in the auspices, in the backdrop of G20 meeting. And we all know that in November itself, last year, Andaman had the proud privilege of hosting all the delegates of G20 countries, and we were the first in the entire country to host them. And when they left, all the organizations in the countries were saying that we set the standards extremely high and let other states emulate it. And so we actually created a standard. We lived up to the expectation, not only the expectation, we somehow surpassed it also. Now, as Swamiji has rightly explained, that there are many tracks in the G20 deliberations. When I was in other avatar, working at the ministry, I was also part of it in finance track. But this is extremely important track. This is extremely important. The theme has been selected of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and Swamiji explained that there are 3 important subjects on which deliberations will take place today. And the outcome of this deliberation would form a part of the policy document which will be submitted to Government of India. Now, since I have some interest in these subjects and being an Indian, I must share that how over the period, over the ages, how we have actually deliberated on these subjects already, how our Shastras have dwelt upon these subjects in depth and then produced the gem which is still lying with us. You all must have heard, especially when we were young, and I remember I was in boarding school when we used to eat, then we used to chant a shlok. Sahanau avatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karvavahe. Tejasvinavdhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. So let everybody come, everybody partake in the activity that we are performing, and nobody should feel left out, and there should not be animosity towards anybody. This is the basic philosophy in which we, as our society, as India, we have grown through ages. Now, as Swamiji said, that, you know, that one Brahma which is amongst us, how the offtake of this which is complete and full could be different. So entire humanity, entire humankind, entire environment, entire atmosphere, everything is part of that one. And that's why there has to be similarity, there has to be consonance, there has to be a mutual respect, there has to be a synergy between all these elements that is being created by him. Again, quoting Shastra, that I'm just quoting two shlokas of Ishavasopnishad, which has actually fascinated me. It talks about that one creator, and now we also understand that how it is complete. Some which is complete, even if you take out anything out of that, one which is Purn, even if you take out anything out of that, it remains Purn. So it says that it starts, Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnat Purnamadai Purnameva Avashishyate. So whatever you take out from that Purn, it remains Purn. And that creator, he creates. And then second shloka, to my mind, is probably the epitome of all Upanishads. It says that Om Ishavasasya Medagam Sarvam Yat Kinchit Jagatam Jagat Tena Taktena Bhunjitha Magradha Kasha Swudhanam. Now that one, I just want to share with you, Tena Taktena Bhunjitha is the epitome of, to my mind, the epitome of Upanishadic philosophy. That we are here on this earth and we all enjoy the wealth, the happiness, the activities, our attachment to somebody else, but ultimately we get what we leave. So once you separate yourself from the object or the person you're attached to, you obtain him, you get him. Slightly profound, but extremely, extremely potent. Just imagine at that point of time, they thought of that concept of leaving. If you want to gain something, you leave that thing and you get that. I'm slightly abstruse for the children, but think about this. And this is the concept on which the entire philosophy, our philosophy of giving, our philosophy of partaking, our philosophy of helping, our philosophy of taking the entire humanity together started. And then similarly, coming back to Gita also, it says that it pervades in all human being and it does not die. There is a shlok in Gita, it says that Nainam chandanti sastrani nainam dahati pavaka na chenam kledintyapuna shosheti paravata. It cannot be destroyed by any of the elements. It is there for everybody to see. Now, how to get ourselves involved in the entire thing? And it gives prescription also. So we are talking about dharma, and it gives a very clear perception that it is known to all of us. It's not that something new that somebody will come and teach you. It is not that, we are looking askance to somebody who has attained. And the benchmark is that when whatever your mother has told you right in the beginning, in the childhood, becomes the touchstone for your living principles. And if you follow that, then you've attained. And it says, again, chapter 2 Gita, it's extremely, very, very nice shloka, which buddhi yukto jahati ubhe sukrit duskrite tasmat yoga yujasva yoga karmashu kausala. So, it is known to us, it is our own conscience tells us that what exactly is correct and what exactly is wrong. It's not that somebody else would come and tell you. Then once you decide that this is correct, you simply need to follow your conscience. And that is the basic thing, the basic tenet that we need to actually foster among ourselves. Once we do that, coming back to G20, the real politic of the world would always stay. You think that our deliberations will remove all the customs and checkpoints and visa would be given freely to other countries or developing countries into developed countries? It will never happen. It will never happen. The trade, the interest of the country will always remain there. But the basic principle of humanity, of caring somebody or somebody who's coming from other country, or adopting or not taking a confrontationist approach towards any other country, is the main issue, is the main thing that we need to foster. And that's why this kind of seminar. Well, I have some other thoughts also, but it is very heartening that you have invited children, and they'll be today listening to all the speakers, all the great scholars on the subject. And I'm quite sure that this will give them enough material to actually think, ponder, and take some of the great ideas which they can translate into their lives to make it much better. Thank you for inviting me here, and I wish all the success to this seminar. Thank you.
So profound words by our chief guest, Shri Keshav Chandraji. I think the 3 sessions that we have after this inaugural ceremony, Dharma, earth-revering traditions, and living in oneness, so beautifully summed up in some of the shlokas of the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. And yes, indeed, that the children are here from the schools and colleges. It's something very heartening that they indeed would have a lot of takeaways from this day-long seminar, and probably just not takeaways, probably a lot of giveaways too for the deliberations to carry back to the G20 authorities. May I request the guests to please take their seats down below, because we have a dance recital by the students of boys' school and we need the whole stage. So So please put your hands together for a dance performance by the students of Boys School Port Blair. एक जोरदार ताली और जोरदार ताली से स्वागत करते हैं Boys School Port Blair के बच्चों को एक डांस परफॉर्मेंस के लिए. So music and dance transcends all barriers, all languages, and I'm sure you enjoyed the boys giving a wonderful performance. With this, we come to a formal end of the inaugural ceremony of the C20 initiative of the Chinmaya Mission Port Blair. And the Chinmaya Mission owes gratitude to many. While some are visible, there are many who have silently and behind the curtains toiled hard to make this happen. As Swamiji said, it just happened. May I call upon Sri Raghunathji, Secretary Chinmaya Mission, to formally propose the vote of thanks. Raghu Bhaiya.
Thank you, Abhijit. It's a great honor and pleasure for Chinmaya Mission Port Blair to host the C20 National Conference with the theme Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. I, on behalf of all my Chinmaya family of Port Blair, thank the organizers to trust us and organize this event. We, the Chinmaya Mission, have a motto to give maximum happiness to maximum people for maximum time. This G20 emphasized the public civil organization who has the logo which symbolizes the fame of hope, self-motivation, and selfless service. The tagline of this C20 is, "You are the light." You are the light to carry. It's a call to every members of civil society to come forward, make their own path, find solution, and resolve issues through collective effort. I take this honor to thank the Chief Secretary, Andaman Nicobar Administration, whose presence has boosted us. I also thank the Andaman Nicobar Administration for the logistic support they have given to us. Along with that, I thank Education Department, Andaman Nicobar Administration, all the colleges, JNRM, Anicol, Law College, D. Bright, Tiger College of Education, Mahatma Gandhi International Schools, ANAMS, VKV, and all government schools of Education Department. And I also thank all the scholars, the students who have come down here to attend the session. I thank all the social workers, scholars, public, and all walks of these islands to come up with ideas, share the view. After this session, we will be having an interaction section. With this, I conclude. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you very much. May I request all of you to please stand in your place for the national anthem. May I request the boys and the girls to come forward. Thank you. We'll break for a tea break and then the sessions would start. Thank you very much.